Welcome back to Fox 59 Morning News. I'm meteorologist David James. Well, in the background, that's the tower camera. It's covered with rain. We've had some rain move through already. More rain is on the way, so there's a flash flood watch out. I'll have details on that and when this weather pattern will dry out in just a bit.
And we are live this morning in our drive cam, bringing you the very latest from the north side. We have everything that you need to know about flooded roads and how to stay safe when you hit the streets.
A shirt to put on. I don't have no shoes. I don't have nothing.
What we got on, that's it.
It was hectic as a family loses everything in an apartment fire. Now dozens of people are left without homes. Fire crews say people were trapped inside. One mother had to throw her two very young children to safety from the third floor.
And the flu is taking more lives here in the Hoosier State. 22 people have died in Indiana. The tips to stay healthy as flu activity remains widespread. Fox 59 Morning News continues now.
From Indiana's #1 news source, this is Fox 59 Morning News.
Good morning. It is 9:01 and this is just coming into our newsroom. You can see here this crash. This is affecting I-65 in the southbound lanes. This is right near MLK. You can see the exit there and you can also see first responders there. Can't tell if it involves possibly two vehicles there. Not quite sure how many of those are first responders, but you can see people out of their cars right now. One of those looks like it's kind of perpendicular to the traffic. So we've been in touch with police and they say this was a result of hydroplaning. So the wet roads they're thinking did play a role here. Not sure of any injuries, but you can see how slow that traffic is moving at 9 a.m. on a Saturday.
And they've got one lane closed off there, so not sure how long this is going to take until things are moving back up to regular speed, but clearly an indication of what people are dealing with today. You hit some of that water on the roadway, you don't know how deep it is, and it doesn't take a lot, especially moving at interstate speed. So David James has been tracking the rain as we got another round of it this morning, and it's ponding so quickly, the ground is so saturated.
Yeah, because there's nowhere for it to go since we got almost 2 inches of rain yesterday, and we've been getting some heavy rain here this morning. Right now it's raining on top of the Salesforce building, the downtown tower cam, covered up with rain there. 58 degrees, so way out of average compared to normally this time in January. It's about 20 this time in the morning. 58 and a northeast wind 3 miles per hour, but that'll pick up and it'll start gusting a little bit more again later on this afternoon, late morning into the afternoon. Here's that line of showers. The first line moved through about an hour ago and brought us another quarter inch, 3.35 inches out at the airport when that moved on through. But you can see there's more down to the southwest that will be tracking up to the north, and we'll see those showers and thunder showers off and on through the day. So we could pick up another inch on top of what we already have, which is close to 2 inches, has the ground saturated. So the flash flood warning, the bright green area there, goes till 1:30 this afternoon, and a flash flood watch covering the rest of the state goes till 7 o'clock tonight because the rain just keeps on going off and on. Futurecast shows it raining throughout the day. Some snow out there to the west, but don't worry, it's headed pretty much straight to the north, so I don't think we'll be seeing that. What we will see is showers off and on, heavy at times. Watch out for the ponding water on the roadways there. Windy, warm day, turning into a drier, cooler day for tomorrow. I'll have details on that coming up.
All right, David, thank you. And that flood watch is in place, which is expected to leave central Indiana in kind of a washout here.
Yeah, we've been watching the road conditions throughout the morning. We just saw the accident on I-65. We're going to check in with Darius once again out on the drive cam. He's working his way toward 465 this morning. Darius?
Yes, good morning, Zach and Jessica. Right now we're on 465, headed towards 865. Just following a lot of the conditions right here on the interstate. I'm going to go ahead and flip that camera around so you can see right now. The rain is coming down, the roads are wet. One difference with the interstate compared to what we were seeing on a lot of the side streets is you do not have a lot of that standing water just off to the shoulder right here. But as you go further along, you can see that there is more of like a small stream forming right here along this ditch in this grassy area right here. If you go ahead and take a look at some video, county and state officials, they are asking Hoosiers to play it safe this morning as those showers continue to cause problems across our area. State Police tell us that they've responded to more than a dozen crashes. That was just Friday. That's not including the one this morning that we've been updating you all about. ISP officials are telling us that some drivers are going too fast for those conditions on the road. I believe Zach and Jessica were just talking about that accident, saying that that was a result of possibly a car hydroplaning. So that's one thing that they want people to continue to look out for. In places like Johnson and Monroe County, flooding was an issue once the rain started to pick up. There were pockets of standing water along rural roads that started to create problems for drivers. Now they are expecting more of those problems to continue today, while still telling drivers to take it easy.
Anytime you have moisture on the road, it's a hazard. Regardless if it's rain or snow, it still makes the road more dangerous to drive on. You've got to reduce your speed, enhance your vigilance, and drive a little bit more carefully.
And county EMA officials were telling us that sandbags are available to anyone who may need to pick them up. The only thing that you need to do is contact your local EMA to figure out what times and figure out if they are open. They are urging you to call first so that you are not out of luck. Back out here live, you can see right now we are still on 465, approaching that 465-65 split, about to get on 865. We just finished passing Michigan Road right here along 96th Street. Still continuing to monitor a lot of these conditions as the rain continues to come down. We will let you all know if we see anything else right here on the roads. We're going to see if we can make our way toward where that accident was, just to kind of give you all a better view from our drive cam. But we will keep you all updated on the very latest this morning. For now, we are live on the north side. Darius Johnson, Fox 59 News.
Darius, thank you so much. And we want to tell you about another crash. This one just coming in from INDOT. This is on 465 eastbound, right near Keystone. There was a crash. It looks like it's involving one car. We're looking at the INDOT camera right now, and there is Indiana State Police have responded to this. It looks like an SUV has gone into a concrete median barrier wall right there in the middle of the interstate, separating those lanes. So again, one lane of eastbound 465 is closed because of a crash. This is near Keystone. So really all across the area, you want to be very careful, especially if you're out on the roads this morning. Now we want to get to this breaking news just coming in. We can tell you another earthquake has hit Puerto Rico. This happened just about an hour ago, around 8 Eastern time. The U.S. Geological Survey shows this was a magnitude 6.0 earthquake, and it's causing even more damage there on that island. This comes after that magnitude 6.4 quake hit the island on Tuesday, followed by several pretty strong aftershocks. One of those was 5.2 in magnitude. We don't know yet if anyone was injured in this morning's quake. Again, this was just reported about an hour ago. Power crews were hoping to have power restored to that island today. From Tuesday's quake, this will likely delay that. Right now, crews are assessing possible damage at power plants from this morning. That coming from the Associated Press. We'll bring you more updates here as we get them.
And still developing now, state police are investigating a shooting and trying to find out where it happened. We know that police were called to a nursing home facility around 4 o'clock this morning near 16th and Ritter on the east side of Indianapolis. They found a person shot there. Police believe the person may have driven themselves to that location looking for help. The person's condition is not known at this hour. Detectives are working to find out where and when that shooting took place. Also developing this morning, one person is killed in this two-vehicle crash in Johnson County. Just after midnight at Division Road, west of State Road 135, county authorities say that they arrived to find two vehicles with heavy front-end damage from what seems to be a head-on collision. Deputies say a Jeep driven by Tina Isley crossed the center line and hit the pickup that was driven by Robert Shirley. Deputies say Shirley died at the scene. Isley was taken to a hospital for treatment. They do believe alcohol played a role in this crash, and they are still waiting for toxicology results in the case.
It was a busy night for Indianapolis firefighters as they responded to two major fires in about a 2-hour period. The first left dozens of people without a home. Here is where a fire ripped through an apartment building. This happened late last night at the Pangea Prairie Apartments at 46th and Arlington. That's on the northeast side of Indy. Fire crews got multiple calls about the fire. They say people were even jumping out of windows to safety. Now, one mother, she had to throw her 2 young children from the 3rd floor. Those children, we're told, were about 1 and 2 years old. She threw them out of that 3rd floor window to a group of other residents who were waiting down below.
The babies that the mom threw from the 3rd story down to some people are waiting on the ground. The people that were waiting on the ground caught the babies. The babies are fine.
So those kids are okay. They did go to Riley to be checked out, but they are okay. Everyone in that building got out safely. During the firefight, there was a collapse within that 3rd floor. After about 2 hours, crews had the fire under control. We're told smoke alarms did alert people to the fire. They were working. 2 people who live in the building describe what it was like as they were trying to get out.
We couldn't see nothing. We could hear it ripping around the corner, coming through the walls on the other side. Just never seen nothing like it.
And IFD says that fire started on the 1st floor. It quickly spread up and throughout that building. 12 units are a total loss. They're still working to find out the cause of this fire. And then IFD was called to a second alarm fire at another place. This was at Country Kitchen Soul Food Place on the near north side. This was around midnight near 19th Street and College Avenue. Crews were careful while tackling those flames because of what they described as some type of firework or explosive on the 2nd floor. We're told no one was hurt here. Crews are also trying to figure out what started this fire.
This morning, Iran is admitting to mistakenly shooting down a Ukrainian passenger jet this week, and they're blaming the U.S. for that. All 176 on board died when that Boeing 737 crashed early Wednesday near Tehran. Most of the people were Iranian and Canadian nationals. In a tweet early this morning, Iran's foreign minister says the crash was due to human error at time of crisis caused by U.S. adventurism. The statement went on to convey profound regrets, apologies, and condolences to the victims' families. It also said those responsible for the strike on the plane would be prosecuted. And within the last few hours, Iran's supreme leader offered his condolences and is calling for an investigation about why that plane was apparently shot down. And still ahead, we hear from the high schooler who discovered a planet on the 3rd day interning with NASA.
About that, we'll tell you how he came across the planet almost 7 times the size of the Earth.
Here in central Indiana, our rain gauge has been pretty active through the nighttime hours. Out at the airport, they picked up another 35/100ths of an inch, 0.21 here at the northwest side. There's that area of rain that's moving through, causing the flash flood watch for today. But things change a lot for tomorrow. It gets cooler and it gets drier. I'll have details on the changing forecast in just a bit.